Hello, Aquarius. I'm Art Kozak. This is Art Kozak Tarot, and this is your reading for March 16th through the 22nd, 2020. So, Aquarius, first I have to tell you, and this is not terrible news, but I have to just let you know that I see you going through a process of refinement here. I see you going through a process of balancing things out, and sometimes things balance out very smoothly, and sometimes things balance out by the seesaw tipping in the other direction. And I think in your case, you've been very hopeful and you have had a lot of very clear and real reasons, genuine reasons for optimism in the recent past. And that is going to now be tempered by the realization that you don't have nearly as many options as you thought you did. Okay? There was a point at which you were letting yourself dream. You were encouraging your daydreams. And this is good. This is the first step to improving our lives and discovering about ourselves what it is that we most have inside ourselves and which we most want to make real in the real world is to let ourselves dream and to daydream. Well, you went through that daydreaming period, and so it ignited your imagination. And then in trying to make those things happen, I think you may have found yourself going through not really any kind of not really going into any kind of unethical behavior, but having to kind of connive a little bit and go through some extraordinary means to try to make those things real. Well, again, I think this is a process of refinement. I think this is a process of learning that all of our daydreams cannot come true, because that's the faculty of imagination is so free and it is so open and dependent upon itself. So what is going to happen for you in the coming week? Well, I actually see a situation. I see a big money situation coming to you this week, a good one. I'm often hesitant to tell people that they have a check in the mail because the universe, as they say, does not work that directly most of the time. But in terms of your material security, whether it's in terms of your bank account or the place where you live, your family, house, and home, I see this as getting a good boost early in the week. And this is kind of a blast from the past. This is a gift from the past that really strengthens things. Okay, this may be some person from your past coming back into your life that makes you stronger, makes your foundations for your life and your material security going forward, a lot stronger. This may be the return on an investment. And I will say this is what I'm looking at, is the return on a previous investment, whether it's an investment of funds or an investment of goodwill, whatever this may be. This is a good thing coming to you early on in the week. Later in the week, you're going to come up to a situation in which you gain some mental clarity regarding a person, a feminine figure in your life. This may be a mother figure, this may be a mother-in-law, this may be just someone of that nature. I think that you're going to gain some mental clarity about this person, who they are, what they're about, and not in a negative way either. You may find that you have someone in your life who actually can be very nurturing and can be very supportive and a source of abundance in terms of, just not just material abundance, but emotional abundance, and to help you grow, that you're going to realize that this is the case, and this is going to help you win a victory. This is going to help you win a significant victory later on in the week. So look out for that. Even though you're finding out that your options are limited, that your options are not limitless as our imagination can be, some very good things coming up for you in the coming week. Now, I also see, and I often say, that these readings are obviously not just for love and romance. There are enough tarot readers doing strictly love and romance readings out on the YouTubes already. But if this is your situation, the cards I see are in the conclusion of this week, in the conclusion, the kind of the conclusive vibe of this entire reading, but also kind of the conclusion at the end of the week. I can see that commitment and love are on your mind, in the back of your mind, and moving to the fore, becoming over time, becoming more and more of a concern, and becoming more and more prevalent on your mind. And I see by the end of the week, you're going to be kind of turning away, kind of, shall we say, not breaking up with someone, but with a little bit of disappointment, turning away from someone that you did find very attractive, someone who, at the very least, was a very active force in your life or could have been. I do see you turning away from that, not necessarily in a disgusted manner, but with a little bit of regret, because what you're really interested in is commitment. You're interested in a much stronger commitment. And so this may be these events that you're going to go through, this kind of material boost and the boost to your personal strength, the mental clarity you're going to be gaining. This could all be a process involving letting go, even if a little bit regretfully, of, shall I say, a lustful daydream that you might have had about a particular person. Okay, or at the very least, as I say, someone who is very active and dynamic, or could have been in your life, and for the sake of stronger commitment, for a more rational and stable way of going forward. Now, I do also see in the social realm that you are going to receive an invitation at some point from someone, and potentially to something that you are unsure about. This is the kind of situation where somebody invites you out, but you're not really sure about the person, or you're not really sure about the circumstance that you are going to be encountering. Maybe maybe you're going to a place, they invite you to go to a place where you've never been before, something that you're very sure of. But I do see this as a good, potentially a very good invitation to accept, because it's going to bring you to a place of completion. You are going to, if you accept this invitation, you are going to, according to the cards, go through that kind of confusing stage, meet that area, whatever it might be that you're very unsure of and you don't have all the information on, and you are going to completely come to a new stage because of what you go through there. And it may be a new stage with a potential relationship, but it may be just a very good growth opportunity for you. So something else to look out for. I hope something that I've had to say here is helpful to you in the coming week. I would like to remind you, I'm trying to remind everyone, please check out the Wheel of Fortune readings for March in the playlist section. The Wheel of Fortune readings stay relevant throughout the month. Those are designed specifically to help you see where your opportunities lie for the coming month, and this may be very helpful and clarifying for you going forward. But once again, this is Art Kozak. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and I'm looking forward to seeing you and speaking to you again in the future.